What's going on, guys? So today, I know it's been a while, so I apologize. Just a lot of things going on, but and forgive me if I sound a little sleepy. It's been a long day, but anyways, I just wanted to touch base and kind of give you an update on my situation as far as my supplemental claim goes. I might have mentioned in the past. Forgive me if I hadn't, but I filed a supplemental for an increase on my rating for my mental health rating, my depression and anxiety, um, and my I didn't agree that they denied me on my plantar fasciitis. They ended up denying me again, by the way, and they also denied me the sleep apnea the first time, the OSA, or obstructive sleep apnea. Since then, I should backtrack. At the time, I didn't have evidence. I didn't have a sleep apnea machine or CPAP machine. I wasn't diagnosed with sleep apnea. I just thought I did. But the second time, because in the meantime, right, like months had gone by, I had received a CPAP machine, and I was diagnosed with, sure enough, mild obstructive sleep apnea. So anyways, so that's why I filed a supplemental, because I now had more evidence, right? So that was October 15th when I did all that. Shortly after that, I had my appointments with QTC, right? QTC management, or whatever, and basically played the waiting game. Finally, at the end of last month, January, I believe January 29th, I received my approval letter, or not approval letter, but my decision letter for my claims. Turns out one of them actually got a solid one, which was the denial for the plantar fasciitis, which I got. But the last two, the mental health increase, and then the sleep apnea, whatever, was deferred. Now, a couple weeks later, I was deferred for an independent medical opinion. Now, I didn't know what an independent medical opinion was. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, but I'm like, okay, so what does this entail? I had to look it up. But if you didn't know, a VA disability IMO, or independent medical opinion, is a medical assessment provided by a qualified medical professional who is not affiliated with the Department of Veterans Affairs. This opinion is sought when there is a need for an independent evaluation of veterans' medical condition or disability claim. Now, saying that, all of that, I could swear that from a lot of people that I've either talked to that had IMOs or had their supplementals go through IMOs, especially if it was for like something like sleep apnea, or even just looking up on Reddit and hearing from other people's experiences, like, you know, when they had claims that were deferred for IMOs, you can swear that everybody that went through this process had their claims denied. Now, that's probably not true. It's probably just the people that get denied tend to be the ones that are vocal about it and post about it. But if you didn't know any better, you would think that anytime your claim, especially if it was sleep apnea, went through this deferred for IMO process, you would think that it was just a surefire like thing to get denied or whatever. Which I'm hoping is not the case for mine, because I'm still waiting. But anyways, it says here, after a veteran submits a claim for disability benefits to the VA and receives a deferred decision, meaning the VA requires additional information or evidence to make a determination, they may choose to seek an IMO. Now, you can do your own IMO, from what I gather, from like a private doctor or what. Or the VA will do their own. I think you can do your own and the VA will do their own. I don't know. That's what I've heard from other people. Now, from what I've gathered from calling the VA hotline, the 1000 number, a bunch of times in the last few days, because I just kind of been going back and forth with the VA on this whole thing and QTC. It sounds like you could swear that the VA rater is like not agreeing on the decision or whatever that the IMO or the doctor that did the IMO, their opinion was on, because they just seems like I'm being told, like, yeah, the record or whatever keeps jumping back and forth for corrections or disagreements or whatever. That's what I've been told as of late, and that's a little frustrating. I wish you can Um, I wish there was a little bit more transparency. I mean, let me know if you agree with that, but I just wish there was a little bit more transparency on how they're going about this, right? And how they're kind of going about looking at are they being objective? Are they looking into detail? I mean, you would hope that, the rater and all these people are acting in your best interest in terms of, not necessarily denying you because they don't have the full, uh, story or full information, or maybe they're being lazy and not looking at everything. You know what I mean? You hear stuff like that all the time, where like the VA will, or the raters, not the VA, but the raters and whoever, the doctors even, are not really doing their best, to make an educated opinion or decision on your situation, which really sucks. But anyways, without going, let me get off that soapbox. So I'm waiting on that increase, or the rating for the depression, sleep apnea. Man, it's messing up on my words. Maybe I need some sleep too. But and then I also got the increase on my mental health, my depression, anxiety, because I had been seeing mental health for quite some time now. And so I'm pretty transparent about that. And I'm on SSRIs. I was started on Lexapro, and then that didn't work out too well, so I'm on something else. I don't recall the name of it. But it's been a few months, and since then, yeah, I mean, I built up some records and stuff like that help support the my reasoning for an increase, and so that helped. So now I'm at 50% with the depression, anxiety, which is great. So, kind of wanted to touch on claiming sleep apnea secondary to depression. So it involves asserting that sleep apnea, a medical condition that characterized by pauses in breathing during sleep, which we all know, is caused or aggravated by depression. So you might have heard this, but a lot of people have luck claiming sleep apnea, or a lot of people don't have luck claiming sleep apnea as a sole claim, I guess, on its own, just because it's hard to prove that your time in service caused it, or there was a connection there, or I don't know, exacerbation, I don't know. But apparently it's a lot easier to claim it secondary to mental health if you have a rating for, depression, anxiety, and such already. Or PTSD is the most common one I think I've heard, as for people that claim secondary sleep apnea. And so I'm hoping that's the case for me. If you have experience in that, let me know. But that's kind of what I did. Just kind of hoping for the best. So you need medical evidence. A lot of people say you need a nexus letter to really pretty much solidify that you'll get the rating or whatever. I didn't get a nexus letter. I don't know where everybody's getting these nexus letters, to be honest with you. I know you can pay for or you can. There's certain doctors that are more than happy to do nexus letters and statements for you. I haven't met them in my local area. I know it's very hard to get a VA doctor to do a nexus letter for you. There's tons of reasons why that is. But I know they're few and far between for those VA doctors that actually do it for you. If they can do it for you, that's great. But a lot of times you have to, go to an independent or a private doctor or such. And, I just don't want to go to a private doctor, so I didn't do that. Anyways, you got to prove service connection, right? And so to receive VA disability benefits for sleep apnea secondary to depression, you must establish service connection. This means demonstrating that your depression is service connected or related to service, that led to or aggravated your sleep apnea. Providing evidence of a direct relationship or medical opinion supported a secondary connection is crucial. And then obviously your symptom documentation, that will be like on your the DBQ, right? The questionnaire, and then how it impacts your daily function. Now, I pretty much meet 90% of these things, except for the nexus letter, which it is what it is. If I get denied for this thing for not having a nexus letter, I don't know. But anyways, I wanted to keep this video quite short, kind of share my experience, kind of what I'm going through. Again, I'm building this community for us veterans to have each other's backs, share information, just another resource for us to kind of reach out and share what we're going through. Anyways, I'm gonna get some sleep. As you can tell, I'm pretty tired, but I will see you guys soon. Peace.